If there's one thing you should know about every Pisces, is that they are sensitive. Very sensitive. If you hear Pisces and sensitive in the same sentence, and then you think crybaby, then you don't know about Pisces at all. Pisces sensitivity means sensitive to energies. All energies. Environments, sounds, frequencies, messages. Think of an antenna when it comes to Pisces and sensitivity. So with being receptive to all these waveforms, it makes Pisces loves peace and quiet. No waveform. Pisces are sensitive to loud noises. Yeah, they can party with others, but silence is needed for Pisces to realign themselves, and noises are distractions. You ever been singing in your car to loud music, holding a long Whitney Houston note, and then the music cuts off and you hear yourself? You surprise your own self with how out of tune you were with the song. That's what Pisces avoids in reality, because that same loud noise is what makes Pisces out of tune with their self. Loud destructive noises can come in many different forms. Some noises, Pisces can either drown out or move away from it. Einstein once said, "Weak people revenge, strong people forgive, intelligent people ignore." But in this cage they call Earth, some noises cannot be ignored. They need to be turned off at the mains by the Pisces. When you start trouble with a Pisces or become an enemy to a Pisces, you become the equivalent to an alarm clock that has gone off in the Pisces room on their day off. It's an annoyance, a disruption to their peace. So to find peace again, Pisces will have to get up and turn the alarm clock off. I've said before that Pisces are an offensive sign, and they are, in every way, but they aren't typically trouble starters unless they're dark-sided. They are more trouble enders. They're the last sign of the zodiac. It brings an end to all. A typical Pisces is calm and has a laid-back approach to life. Dreamy, not present, but at the same time receptive, intuitive, seeking within. All this leads others to underestimate the Pisces nature and awareness of others and their surroundings. Unfortunately, others are not aware of the Pisces antenna until the Pisces reveals it. What makes Pisces not likable to some, even though they're calm, is Pisces automatically reflects everything another is and does back onto them, whether the Pisces is aware they are doing it or not. But this is a part of a Pisces' purpose to help others become the best versions of themselves. If a Pisces shows you a bad trait that you have, it's for you to correct it if you aren't aware of it, but not everyone sees it like this. They will see the Pisces as a sneaky enemy, and everything starts in the mind first, the subconscious, and that is where Pisces is in touch with. So from you start to think of the Pisces in negative ways, a Pisces can be sensitive to this, and you will become noise to the Pisces. A waveform will be created, even if it's a small one, a beep on their radar. This will be long before you even start doing things in the physical towards the Pisces, like slandering their name or directly trying to attack the Pisces. This is how Pisces appears psychic and steps ahead. So the most typical way a Pisces will be put in a position to take revenge or turn off a noise is when you have done something to the Pisces in response to thinking the Pisces is against you, when they typically aren't. Pisces revenge is when a Pisces chooses to reflect things manually, not automatically anymore, taking control of their metaphysical mirror. So let's say things has escalated from the mind with you. There's this Pisces that you just don't like. You let your friends know and turn them against the Pisces too. You plan to rush the Pisces next time you see them. As this is happening, the Pisces is aware of danger looming. Their alarm clock is beeping quietly, and they're in a light sleep, so they're aware of something. So the day comes. You and your friends bump into the Pisces on a quiet street and stamp the hell out of them. Kicks and punches, there's fish flakes flying everywhere. Then you lot run off. At this point, you are now a very loud alarm clock on a Pisces day off, and so are all your friends. That's multiple loud alarm clocks in the Pisces room. The Pisces is sitting up in their bed staring at the alarm clocks, knowing they now have to turn them all off. You're back at home base with your friends laughing and joking. "Man, my trainers smell like fish. I know, look at all these tuna flakes on my Timbs. I swear I saw a fin fly off when I kicked them. Bro, didn't you find it weird the Pisces didn't even let out a noise? I know, they didn't even scream or nothing. They just took it. Like they wasn't even surprised to see us. I know, but they're still soft. But they wasn't crying though. I promise you, they cried when they got home. You're feeling good about yourself with your mates not knowing who or what you have awoken. Pisces is a sign that deals with a lot of negative energy. I mean lots and lots of negative energy. A typical Pisces is extremely familiar with evil thoughts. This is what makes many of them appear nice in reality, because in their head, it's dark in there. Now, that Pisces deals with these thoughts, these feelings, these energies. They are able to use them, channel them at any given time. Pisces has the power to embody any feeling to accomplish tasks. The way Cancers automatically switch moods depending on the moon, Pisces can manually switch their own mood to adapt to a setting. That sea of emotions, that beautiful yet scary ocean we all marvel at in awe and amazement. Pisces rules that. From the calm ocean currents to the tsunamis, Pisces stands on top of all of that. And that is what Pisces turns to when alarm clocks gets too loud. They use water, not to turn the alarm clocks down, but to destroy them completely. Because water and electricity doesn't mix. Water and electricity equals no noise, no more sound, water damage. The oceans, the seas, they look nice from a distance. Everybody loves a nice sunset view with a path of sunlight formed on the water's surface. But it's a whole different ballgame when you're actually in that sea, where there's things trying to eat you from below. Currents constantly changing, dangerous waves crashing, storms being created. Just know, when the storms are over and the mist clears, it's Pisces who you will see standing on top of the water in control of it. This is Neptune, Pisces ruler. The problem for the others here is, they do not know if a Pisces will respond. They doubt it will even happen, and if it does, they can't even think of how. All the while, in the Pisces imagination, each one of them has a path to the end of their individual cycles laid out. Karma has been set up. The end of their timeline has been created and they don't even know it. It's never if with a Pisces, it's when. Always when. But nobody can stand hearing an alarm clock constantly on, so the Pisces will want to deal with it as soon as possible so they can sleep again. The thing with Pisces is, they will always be the last one standing. They will outlast the noise. So some Pisces can live with the noise, knowing it will die out eventually. If it's not by the Pisces, then the spiritual world will step in. Ancestors, guardian angels, they will turn the alarm clocks off for the Pisces in certain situations. So best believe a Pisces will get to sleep again. They will get their time they missed from getting up to turn the alarm clock off back. Or they can continue sleeping as spirits turn it off for them. But when a Pisces steps out of the bed to walk towards the alarm clocks, things will get louder before they become quiet again. Move in silence. When Pisces decides to strike, there is no warning signs. You won't receive no alerts, no beeps, no alarm clocks, because you don't have an antenna like Pisces. The Pisces who takes revenge is the equivalent to you sitting down in a restaurant and a person randomly walks in there with an automatic. There's no alerts, there's no nothing, it's silence. It's I'm here now and soon everyone in here won't be. Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, which can be simplified as a wise person working in the shadows or the ruler of the ocean, as it's the most mystical and expansive place on earth. Now, once you understand yourself as a Pisces, this is what makes it extremely easy to understand others. All the water signs' revenge will include hurting your feelings and touching your soul in one way or another. From you think water signs are more vulnerable in an emotional way than fire signs, then you have got it wrong. Anger can be a sign of immaturity in some cases, whilst crying can be a sign of strength in others. If there's one sign not only Pisces but the whole zodiac will struggle with in battle, is a Cancer. And I don't mean that in a scared way, but in a they are the pettiest people in the whole zodiac way. To ward them as a Pisces, you will have to lower yourself so much to match their pettiness that it will just be an arse ache. Cancer's words in Revenge is, I want to make them feel how they made me feel. And that counts on all levels. I compare Cancer's revenge to what we call in football through balls, where they will place something in your path that will touch your nerves when you run into it. It's like using a green shell or a banana in Mario Kart and shooting it forward in hope of the driver in front of you running into it. Like say a couple is arguing in the morning before work and one of them is a Cancer woman. The partner leaves out, slamming the door, leaving the Cancer alone. The Cancer's hurt and not going to allow you to get away with that. So they will take revenge in some way. Those thoughts of revenge will be so strong in their environment that it will manipulate their environment. This is a sign of crazy intuition and a deep connection to the spiritual world naturally. It's just they can't navigate it with direct intent the way Scorpio and Pisces can. But they can indirectly do it, if that makes sense. So say they've built up this strong energy of revenge in their environment and are looking for a way to manifest it. Next minute, the dog Jessie has just randomly thrown up at the front door. The Cancer won't think, wow, did my bad energy cause my dog to vomit? Did my bad energy manipulate my environment? They will think, oh wow, look at that. I'm gonna leave that there and purposely stay behind at work. So when that no good husband of mine gets home, they're gonna walk right into it. Or even if they are aware of their own energy, changing their environment, they will use it to their advantage in battle. So do you get what that's doing by them leaving the mess for the partner? It's setting the mood for a later time in a petty way. No matter what happens after that, the Cancer has got some sort of revenge on you. Remember, they are a crab and a ground creature, so not only do they move sideways, not direct unless really triggered, they are also operating at a low level like a Scorpio. The difference is, they never leave the ground unlike Scorpios, and they can't swim in the ocean freely or for a long time like Pisces. So when that husband gets home before the Cancer and opens the door to vomit in their face, they'll think, oh Jessie, did you have to do that right at the door? I just want to sleep and I gotta clean this up. It will irritate the partner without the partner knowing that was revenge set up from the Cancer that he literally walked right into. Then when the Cancer gets home acting all calm and seeing their husbands cleaned up the mess, they will have a sense of victory, but can still go and shut themselves in their room where you will feel sorry for them and go in and apologize for slamming the door earlier. Not knowing you've been manipulated, victimized in your own home. Cancers are the most vindictive people when hurt. Worse than a Scorpio, worse than a Leo, who can silently be dangerous too. But Leos have still got that, oh you offended me, I didn't even notice. They still got that about them, where they can walk away if it's not worth their time. But Cancers, nah, they got time. They're staying there and showing you something. They can be very selfish and harmful with their emotions. Don't let that mother stuff fool you. In terms of love, it's Pisces the softest, then Scorpio, who are softer than Cancers in love, believe it or not. Cancers are the only ones who really have a shell when you deep it. And if the moment with a Cancer is really heated and you really hurt their feelings, then they will potentially wipe out your entire existence in that very moment. So where's my food? I don't know, like I said, I had a girl staying here with me and she's gone with the... You're telling me you brought a random girl around my food and it's gone and you want me to care? You think I fucking care? Come at me. No, please Cancer, let go of my top. I'll find her and your money. I don't think you will. Don't look at me, face the wall. No, I promise I will. Blackout rage. Just remember what the moon is without the sunlight. So to match that petty side as a Pisces, you now understand how low you will have to go, which will become tiresome. No one can match a Cancer's aggression in the heat of the moment, but in the long run, the long game, they will always lose out when they bring that energy to Scorpio or Pisces because there's levels to the mastery of the water energy. The moon rules emotions, and rules Cancer, and emotions are the ocean, so you will think they will be the most emotionally intelligent sign and the most stable people in the world. But they are the most moody people in the zodiac, forever changing like the moon, and they have no control over it. When it comes to being sensitive, them and Aries are very similar, very reactive, easily hurt. If a Pisces does something nice for someone and they don't appreciate it, a Pisces can accept it and move on. If it's a Scorpio, they can also move on. But Cancers have an emotional immaturity. This is what makes them the funniest sign out of the water signs. But on the flip side, they won't move on until they've got you back. And that should show you all you need to know where that act of niceness came from. Did it come from a selfless place or a selfish place? Did you be nice to get niceness back, or did you be nice just to be nice? If you give a homeless person food and they throw the food on the floor and spit on it, how you react to that says more about your original intentions than the homeless person's actions. That's why when Cancers try to advise or drop wisdom on Scorpio or Pisces about being kind or whatever, both signs will listen to not hurt Cancer's feelings, but in their head, they will both look at Cancer and think, oh sweetheart, people don't work like that, but you will learn. When Scorpio or Pisces follows a Cancer's optimistic, idealistic advice, that sounds like a Pisces, doesn't it? Nah, both signs will end up thinking, why did I listen to you? I should have followed my own instincts. So when it comes to the ocean of emotions, you cannot rule what you do not control. Cancers are ruled by it, why they can express such darkness when triggered, but they don't rule it. Next we have Scorpio's revenge. Scorpio's words in revenge is either, I'll let the ancestors deal with them, or, as soon as I see them, watch. Scorpio's revenge is like a drive-by. It's nighttime. You may see the danger approaching. You see the headlights slowly coming closer mysteriously, but you're unsure what's going on. Wait, is that car parked up or is it slowly moving? I can't tell, the lights are too bright. I could swear it's moving closer. What's the license plate say? It's hard to see, I think that's an S? No, it's coming closer. S-C... Oh shit, run! Now car tires are screeching and bullets are flying past your head. The revenge plot may take long with Scorpio. I'm talking years long, but the execution is extremely quick. It's like a peregrine falcon. Something fast flies past once and you're like, what the fuck was that? Then the next it doesn't fly past you, it flies into you, and all you see is darkness. You may never see the light again. Although Scorpios are hidden like Pisces, they are only hidden as an enemy when the offense you caused them first happens. You may not be aware when you make a Pisces or Scorpio enemy because they take it in then deal with it. But with Cancer, they will want to show you almost immediately that you offended them. Think of Karen Mums, who wants to talk to your manager. That's Cancers. So Scorpios are hidden initially, but when they start plotting, the intensity of the energy they are directing your way is so powerful that you will start feeling it and get warning signs. You may get dreams of someone following you or attacking you, for example, because your soul is trying to tell you that Scorpio is coming for it. Like I said with the drive-by analogy, you will see the lights eventually, but if you don't clock what's going on when they come for you, then it's nighttime for you. But that's when they are young or immature or unevolved. A Scorpio's real revenge is ghosting you and glowing up on you. They don't need to touch you. They disappear, then the next time you see them, they have transformed into a whole new person where you feel their glow up in your soul. You will take it personal because your bad actions towards them could have been the push they needed to level up. You see how that works? They just want to be able to open up to someone they can trust and be free to love deep down. They're selfish with that emotion, but nowhere near Cancer is with it. And with trust not being easy to do in this world we live in, is why many Scorpios choose violence instead. But as I've mentioned in another video, Scorpios doesn't actually use their intuition as much as Cancer and Pisces do. More time, they clock things because they stay suspicious. So they're always manually watching out for their feelings, so this is also why they go through the most trauma. Where a Pisces and Cancer will naturally know not to go, a Scorpio will go, and that doesn't always work out for them, as Pluto is there backing a transformation to happen, whilst Mars is bringing in the bravery. There's no Jupiter luck helping them, how Pisces and Cancer have it. They say Pisces is delusional, but the Scorpio who doesn't use their intuition is the true delusional of the water signs. They don't have the natural antenna Pisces has or that natural gut feeling the Cancer does, but their paranoia alone can be as powerful. And when they do eventually start using their intuition, that's when they levitate off the ground. I kind of feel sorry for Scorpios on a whole because all the dark traits of the ocean gets put onto them. It's only them that get seen as evil, when Pisces are capable of being worse than them, and Cancers low-key show more evil traits than Scorpios throughout their whole life, but in an innocent way. Scorpios has their bad era, then they typically grow out of it. But that's what the power of manipulation does, and that's why I've also previously said Cancers and Pisces are more alike, not Scorpio and Cancers as the majority believe. From the jump, Cancers will look up to Pisces because they'll sense that Pisces has a higher level of control over the same energy they have. From the jump, Scorpios will try to look down on a Pisces until they learn Pisces has a higher level of control over the same energy they have. But in the end, Pisces and Scorpio relate more on a deeper level emotionally. Don't get me wrong about Cancers. They're intelligent and extremely creative. They are literally a younger version of Pisces in those regards. They are good when they are in a good mood, funny and caring people, but they aren't slick. It's no surprise some of the most known fighters and gangsters in the world are Cancers. Match that with their powerful ability to manifest, then they aren't to be taken lightly. Then we get to Pisces, and do you know what Pisces' words in Revenge is? Silence. There's nothing. Pisces' revenge will not be seen coming by anybody. There's no warning dreams the person may get. There's no car headlights. There's no dog vomit on the floor. You don't hear the Pisces coming. You just see the Pisces appear. You won't know how they got there. You won't know what led them there. But when they appear out of nowhere, oh, you will care. Huh? What was that? Oh, what are you doing there, Pisces? What are you doing in my house? Mom! Look. I didn't want to rush you, alright? They made me join in. No, put that down, Pisces. Put it down! And as you lie there and see the Pisces leaving while everything becomes foggy, slowly going dark, all your memories start to play in your mind from when you were born. You start to feel nothing. You start to feel like you're floating. You start to feel like it's a dream. Then you shake out of it temporarily and look down and see yourself on the ground from a bird's eye view as you're levitating up. Then you cry out in terror, but nobody can hear you. You're with the spirits now, lost in the universal ocean. It's only then you will know what a Pisces revenge looks like, and you won't be able to tell anybody else about it. Just know all your friends that you rush the Pisces with will meet the same destiny, because Pisces doesn't want to make you feel how you made them feel. They just want to put you on mute forever. They will turn up in your most personal spot, your safe space, break through your barriers and leave you with nothing. Pisces don't need boundaries. Step inside and find out when they invade your privacy and leave it public. Intrude on your peace of mind and leave your body and your mind in pieces. Rihanna once said, "I lit the gun when I'm done because I know that revenge is sweet." Eileen Warnods once said, "They say it's the number of people I say it's the principle." Emotions are the backbone of everything. A feeling played a part in everything we see in this world. Decisions, thoughts, everyone you see walking up and down day to day is feeling something. Happy, angry, irritated, something. But each feeling is an energy that belongs to the ocean. When you can channel energies, control energies, manipulate energies, you will learn why silence is the scariest sound, the scariest energy of them all. Put someone in isolation in a padded soundproof room where all they hear is nothing, only their thoughts if they have an inner voice. That will turn others clinically insane. But not Pisces. That's the 12th house. Pisces knows not only how to survive in these environments, but also how to use the energy of these environments to project onto others. And if they don't know how to, throw them in there and watch them adapt. Silence is the ultimate power, because nobody knows what you are thinking or what you are going to do next. Silence is ultimate control of yourself, which in turn means others, which is how Pisces are the true masters at manipulation. This is why Scorpios use silence too, because their aim is to control and conquer all. But the passion they have inside ends up being loud, which sometimes leads to their downfall. If they don't get that realization of they have the most control over everything when they only focus on controlling their self, then they do not touch Pisces levels of manipulation. Pisces can hold the silence before and after the execution. That's how they rule the ocean, and why the 12th house is known as the house of secrets. When you come from the house of karma, whether that's your own karma or others, you will learn why Pisces is the enemy you do not want. Because they will deliver yours by hand or through the ethers. Either way, the delivery will be special and signed by the universe. There's a feeling you get when you think you're alone and nobody is around. A feeling of freedom. You ever thought you was alone in your house and then went into your kitchen not expecting anyone to be there, then you open the door and your dad's sitting down in the chair quietly reading the paper. That instant shock to your system. That very brief feeling of terror when you discover you're not actually alone, which then turns to relief. Oh, Dad, I didn't know you was here, you scared me. Imagine if that shock to your system stays. Imagine if that feeling of terror is not brief. Imagine if that feeling of relief doesn't come. But there is someone in your kitchen sitting in silence who is not your dad and is not reading a paper, and you are not in the house alone, and you have a debt to karma that the person has come to deliver. No words can describe that feeling you will feel, because those type of feelings are not from here. That's the dark. Pisces can bring here from elsewhere. Pisces is the Grim Reaper. Pisces is the real death. Scorpio is death for a rebirth. Pisces is actual death. Where there's no noise, it's mute. No announcements, it's I'm here and you're leaving with me. Yeah, the cycle starts again in Aries after Pisces, but that's not for you or us. That's for new people, new spirits to embark on this experience. The cycle don't stop, but a Pisces can stop your cycle no matter what stage you're at. Pisces revenge, no matter how light or extreme they go about it, will result in the end of a cycle. It will result in silence. If it's in the workplace, for example, HR could call a Pisces in. Oh, hi Pisces. Got reports of you leaving early and clocking out on your phone. That's time theft and could result in termination of your contract, so I'm giving you a verbal warning. As the Pisces is leaving HR's office, they will think, so who snitched on me? As soon as the Pisces gets back on the floor, they make eye contact with a colleague. Their souls just happen to lock onto each other, and then the co-worker quickly turns away. This is how Pisces can detect a hidden enemy. It's no joke. Sometimes the Pisces may second guess themselves, but Neptune always reveals. That co-worker is now noise. They're the alarm clock on the Pisces day off, and the Pisces wants to sleep. So please believe that alarm clock is getting shut off very quickly. So a week later, as that co-worker is packing their desk and looking at the Pisces, because someone printed out all their homophobic tweets from 5 years ago and placed it on the boss's desk, they will know why you leave Pisces in silence. Because silence is what will be very loud for you when they decide to take revenge. Pisces will not only match your energy, but they will also consume your energy and leave you with nothing. When you deep it, Cancers and Libras are the mirrors, as they will reflect exactly what you do to them. They match you, but Pisces brings two mirrors, just like the two fish. One's to match your energy, and reflect your actions, and the others to reflect out-of-world evil onto you. And sometimes that out-of-world evil is the actual Pisces themselves. Ring, 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 ring. Hello?
Bro, Johnny's gone. His mum just called me crying.
Gone where?
Nah, bro, he's gone.
What? How? No way, you're kidding.
No, for real, bro. Do you think it's that? Yeah. Hey, what are you doing in my house?
That what? Bro? Who's in your house? Yo! Bro, are you there? These are real extremes of Pisces, and they will double down on what you did to them, which is why the Pisces response will always be worse than what you did. If you think the Cancer's heat is too hot for the kitchen, or the Scorpio's rage is too strong to keep hidden, see what the Pisces does, who isn't showing any emotions, where the silence is loud and cold enough to leave you frostbitten. It's gone quiet again. A battle or war with a Pisces will start with silence and end with silence. Pisces was asleep. You woke the Pisces up. Pisces put you to sleep. Pisces slept again. Still waters run deep applies to all the water signs. The difference with Pisces is the waters stay still during altercations. Even when you realize it's deep after getting in and start to panic, kicking and fussing, screaming trying to alert the lifeguard. Help! Help! God! God! You will also learn that Pisces is the lifeguard too, and they can hear your cry, but they aren't listening to it or helping you. Nobody told you to get in. This is your own fault, your own karma. Pisces is just a vessel for it. You're going under. The water will take you as the water remains still. Silence will come again. And that can all happen without the Pisces lifting a finger. Beanie Siegel once said, "You don't come from my world. You wouldn't understand my world. It's dangerous. You're talking about someone who went to war with police. It's dangerous. Attempted murders at the height of my career. It's dangerous. You don't know nothing about that. You sit up here and your job is to play games. Play with something safe. Don't play with me." Pisces are known for ghosting or silent treatment. But if you ask a Pisces something and they don't respond, isn't that an answer? But also, how you interpret that answer may be wrong. Say you're texting with your new Pisces woman, laying on your stomach with your feet in the air, heels hovering over your bum because she's already got you soft like that. And you say to her, "I can't wait for you to have my kids. What do you think we'll have first?" Then minutes go by. She was responding fast and now she isn't. Where you end up sitting up because the silence has put you on edge a bit. And you're thinking, maybe I came on a bit strong. I need to chill. Then you get a notification and it's the Pisces, but she sent you a random video. You will think, "Rah, she aired the question, but maybe I moved a little too fast. At least she's responded with something." Now these times, that Pisces woman could have already seen you two will have kids in the future. She's seen you will have a girl first. She's fantasized and traveled with your soul. But it may be too early to be on those talking levels at that moment, as the timeline could get fucked up. Like you getting too comfortable too early, for example. Pisces comes from a place of messing up many timelines with people, where they've seen the future with them, but not used wisdom and acted on things too early where the waveform went flat. So her not responding to your question could be to protect you two's future, but to you, you might see it as she might not be interested or invested in you yet. Trust me, she's seen you all up in her built-in jacuzzi countless times in her fantasies, but until the time's right, you'll have a matured Pisces woman moving like an Aquarius woman, even when she's filled to the brim with love and excitement for you two. She's just using wisdom to avoid things messing up, where that timeline, that connection you two have, dissolves, where you are no longer texting each other, where it has gone silent. No answer is an answer, but with a Pisces, No answer doesn't always mean no. If you understand a Pisces, you will understand why they move like this. So if you bring noise to a Pisces, just know they have access to the volume. Doesn't matter if the noises is coming from you or your devices, they have the power to press mute. A Pisces will save you if they see you struggling in the water, even if it's your fault for jumping in underestimating the current. A Pisces can save you from the other sea dwellers in Cancer and Scorpio, but if you jumped in that water to disturb that Pisces, you will be sleeping with the fishes. And fishes do not sleep, but they rest. What is sleep? Well, that is the cousin of death. Because in sleep, you are in control of nothing. But not Pisces. In their dreams, they are clutching. So understand what will happen when you wander into the ocean, the place connected to all our slumber. You shouldn't wait to try and come and make amends. Because from the Pisces is awake, it is then it takes revenge. You can apologize and Pisces will always forgive you. Always. Pisces is known for forgiveness. But an apology doesn't change nothing if you apologize when the Pisces is standing next to the alarm clock. The walk from the bed to the alarm clock is a metaphysically long one for the Pisces. And this starts from the thought of harming a Pisces enters your head. Many calculations has taken place and consequences has been accepted. It will be even worse for you if your thoughts towards the Pisces started years ago and you're only acting on them now, because the Pisces will be ahead of you. If the apology isn't sudden and sincere, and when the Pisces is still in bed, then it's as good as saying nothing. But hey, don't listen. Even though it's quite clear what I say, go fuck around. I bet a Pisces gives you a nightmare in the day. Tick tock, that's your time running out. We can try and hug it out, but either way, the alarm clock is ringing. Once we get to swimming, where the end to your beginning, you don't want to wait the dead, keep moving. So I'm going to leave you to dream right now, Pisces. Hopefully nobody wakes you up on your day off ever again, but they will, and it will always end the same way. It will go quiet again. Now shut your ass up, put your seatbelts back on, and make sure the aisle is clear. We'll be arriving at our destination shortly.